So, on the surface, Wistoria, Wand and Sword is a magic school anime. Kid with no magical ability enrolls in an academy where magic is everything, of course. Kid gets looked down on, kid gets knocked down, kid gets back up.
And if that's all you'll take from it, you'll probably have a good watch. The animation alone is worth it, but the show is doing something more specific underneath all of that.
So, Will Serfort cannot use magic. Not weak magic, not untrained magic, zero. Like, bro's got nothing. In a world where your entire worth is measured by your magical ability, he's at the bottom before he even opens his mouth.
He's in his 6th year at the Regarden Magical Academy. That's 6 years of being looked down upon by his classmates, dismissed by his professors, and basically told he don't even have a place there.
And deep down, Will knows this. He's not deluding himself. He knows where it is. But when he was 5 years old, he made a promise to his childhood friend Elferia that one day they'd both climb to the top of the tower as Magia Vander together.
Here's the mad thing though, Elfaria is already there. She got there faster than anyone in history. She's sitting at the top of the tower, the most powerful mage of her generation, and she's just sitting there chilling, basically waiting for Will, because she said she would.
So Will is out here, he's on a mission, grinding in silence, writing perfect exam scores because he can't earn enough points through spell work, going into the school dungeon alone, where monsters live that most mages won't touch, because that's their only way for him to get credits, just surviving on willpower and a sword.
The crazy thing is here, the real antagonist isn't one person, it's the world Will lives in, and the people who decided the world rules are the whole point.
And the hardest thing to watch, Will, he's got haters from all angles. He's got professors who genuinely enjoy watching him fail, classmates who bully him, not because he's done anything to them, but just because the hierarchy says they're allowed to.
There's a student called Shion, and on the surface, that guy's just a bully. But what Shion is really showing you is what happens when someone ties their whole identity to being better than one specific person, and then that person starts closing in the gap.
Yeah, and that's not a villain, that's a warning. That's what happens when your self-worth lives inside a ranking that someone else has built.
The Magia Vander are the 5 greatest mages alive. They sit at the top of the tower and maintain a barrier that protects the world from an invasion that almost wiped out humanity centuries ago. The whole academy exists to find their replacements.
But here's what the show slowly starts to reveal. Without giving away too much to viewers that haven't seen Wistoria yet, the barrier is weakening. Even down to the sky that people are seeing every single day isn't real. It's a magical construct and it's fading.
And here's the funny thing, this so-called institution that's supposed to be preparing the next generation is spending most of its energy gatekeeping Will, while the actual problem is quietly getting worse in the background.
And Will's special ability, called Wiz, allows him to absorb magic through his sword and channel it back out. He can't cast spells, but he could definitely take yours and turn it into something that you would never see coming. Wistoria, Wand and Sword doesn't get enough credit for what it's saying. People watch it for the animation, which is amazing, and it's earned, by the way. But underneath all of that is a show about what happens when a world is too busy protecting its own rules to remember what those rules were ever made for.
You see, my boy Will just wanted to watch the sunset with his friend. That promise, the one everyone around him said it was irrelevant, is what drove every single thing that happened in this story.
Will Serfort walked into that academy with nothing but a sword and a promise. Season 2 is now here. Will's closer to that tower than he's ever been before.
No magic, no backing, no reason to believe it would work out, and he's still standing. So guys, just remember, that tower isn't going to climb itself, and neither is whatever you're working towards.
That's Wistoria, that's the show, go and watch it.
And we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe to the Off Panel.